tuning in to the Renaissance Chef. I'm Ed Bardwells, your chef. First, for Southern fried chicken, this is Raymond Bardwells' recipe from St. Louis, Missouri to California to Arizona, passed down through 5 generations of grandmas, meemaws, G-maws, and aunts and uncles. Raymond's fried chicken first starts with raw chicken seasoned to your liking and evenly coated. Of course, your all-purpose flour. I use about 2 to 3 cups. You're going to need a mixing bag or a Ziploc bag. For binding agent, you can use a spray butter, or you can use a vegetable oil. Some people use other canola oils, but most people use buttermilk or raw eggs or milk. I like to use spray butter. You can also use, for to fry your chicken in, pure vegetable oil, canola oil. I use vegetable oil. If you want to be a little healthier, you can use canola oil. This is your main ingredient. This is what makes fried chicken taste so good. Your special blend of seasoning. If you would like to get Raymond Bardwells' special blend of his fried chicken seasoning, just go to the email renaissancechef@gmail.com and we will send you out 4 ounces of Raymond Bardwells' best fried chicken seasoning, and you won't regret it. Okay, let's start cooking. This is exactly what we need. You have your raw chicken, and you want to take your special seasoning and you want to lightly coat it, or you want to coat it to your liking. You toss the chicken to your liking and make sure it's evenly coated around. Now here's the secret to fried chicken. Even though you season your poultry, you want to make sure you evenly season the flour. Most people like to use a binding agent, like I mentioned earlier, something like butter or raw eggs or buttermilk. You can get a good crust on chicken by just simply seasoning it and putting in some nice seasoned flour, and the crust will be just as good as anything else. It's not as extra crunchy as some people would like. So you want to evenly distribute it throughout your bowl and just mix it up real good. So when you have a good portion of seasoning, you can put some more seasoning in as well. You can put more in. You can almost never have enough seasoning because you have that flour that's going to fry it once it hits the hot oil. Once you mix up the flour, you can add both contents, your poultry and the flour, to your mixing bag so you won't get anything on your hands. But since we have a mixing bowl and we have a Tupperware, you can just add the flour right into the bowl. 2 or 3 cups of flour, you have more than enough. You add it to your Tupperware or mixing bowl that has your poultry in it that's seasoned with the seasoned flour, identical to the seasoning that's on your chicken. And now you have to mix this up. Now you want to mix your chicken in your container, or you can use a bag. Usually I use this, but for this purposes, I'm just going to use a nice Tupperware box. Now you see there's no flour in your hands. You don't get dirty. Make sure it's sealed properly. Just give it a nice shaky motion and try to do a small circle so you can get all the flour coated on the poultry. And you can tap it here and there. You can do different types of movement. You can shake, you can rattle. You just want to make sure you get an evenly coat of flour on your chicken. Now, after you shake the chicken up, you want to take a look at it and make sure the flour is evenly coated across the poultry, and it is. So now we're ready to the oil. As you can see, a clean kitchen is a happy kitchen. And food tastes better when you're doing it clean. You want to present your chicken to the fryer to be cooked. Okay, the first thing you want to do is make sure you know the oil is hot. A good way to check it is you can pinch off a little bit of flour and you throw it in the fryer and you see it's already start to cook. So now all I want to do is take some tongs and lightly dip it into the hot oil. And you can see a bubble immediately. You want to make sure you don't overflow your... I'm using a Fry Daddy, but you can use a pan, you can use a pot. But we're just going to put about, I say, 8 pieces of chicken wings here. As you can see, the oil is boiling up, so you want to make sure you do not overflow it. So I've been doing this for a while. I would say about 7 to 8 pieces of chicken, and you won't get it to overflow. Take your time. If you need to recoat some of your chicken with flour, use your tongs. Dredge a little bit, and there you go. The chicken cooks about 350 to 375. It takes about, roughly, if you want well done chicken or you want extra crispy chicken, you want to make sure your oil is hot, but also this does all the work for you because it's a Fry Daddy. A Fry Daddy is set temperature and it cooks chicken evenly and perfect. The only thing you want to do is check it after a few minutes as it starts to cook to make sure you rotate the chicken to see if all of the grease gets to the poultry to cook at evenly distributed at temperature around each chicken wing. Okay, so this is going to take about 5 to 7 minutes, you know, and I would say maybe 10 max. The chicken is cooking. I'm going to prepare a salad to go with the fried chicken wings, and you're going to love it. This is a simple salad. You use spinach. For citrus, I use strawberries, and for vegetables, I use carrots. Now, most people can use apples or broccoli or something like that, and use romaine lettuce or iceberg lettuce. I like using spinach. First, you want to use cold water to rinse off your vegetables. Make sure there's no contaminants or anything like that, because you know they wash vegetables in the grocery store, but you also want to wash them at home. You can't get enough of washing your own food if it's going into your body. Rinse off the water. This will kind of give your lettuce or your greens a nice crisp and clean effect. I like to julienne cut my lettuce just because I want to give it that nice clean feel, and it looks kind of cool with everything, and it looks colorful. And you don't have big chunks to put in your mouth when you're eating a salad. I just like to julienne everything. And now you have a big pile of greens for your display. And the first thing I do is I take the greens and I move it to my display plate or my presenting plate. So take a nice little handful, you want to dredge it in the middle, and you want to place it right nice in the middle. Okay, you take the strawberry, take your paring knife. Some people like this on the end, I don't. I usually cut that off. I slice that off. And I bore this out with my paring knife. That's not the sweetest part of the strawberry. And then you want to julienne it. You can go long ways, you can go front ways, you can go sideways. I just like going over the top. You want to go maybe 6 cuts, and you can fan it out that way on your salad. The vegetable. And you just want to chop them up. I just want to make some slithers or some coins, because these carrots are real small. You want to wash your hands, wash your fingers. You know I'm cutting a little different. And you want to take some of the carrot coins and just sprinkle them on the plate. And there you have a simple salad that's refreshing. And so right now, we're going to go ahead and separate the chicken and toss it around. And make sure that for the next couple of minutes, that all the chicken is cooked evenly. That the oil does reach every part of the chicken. So sometimes you take your time, dig real down deep, and make sure the pieces at the bottom, you can float to the top, and the pieces that's on the top, you can kind of push towards the bottom. But as it looks right now, this is perfectly, there's no pieces stuck together. So I want you to take a look at this. This is golden brown chicken coming right out of the pot into your home. Look how golden brown that is. And folks, this does have a crust already on it, and we didn't dredge it or didn't use a binding agent like butter or buttermilk or milk or eggs or anything like that. You want to take the chicken out, and you want to take out one at a time and separate it. Give it about 2 seconds over the least of grease and drain some of that excess grease off. And you can't cook fried chicken like this. You gotta have this recipe because it's gonna taste good, y'all. Look how good that looks. Oh my goodness. here you have it. Renaissance chef, Raymond Bardwells fried chicken. I'm Ed Bardwell, your chef. This is fried chicken and simple citrus salad. Bon appetit.